I came from corporate marketing and starting a business. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I never knew it was going to be this until it fell in my lap. And so I would say the biggest hurdle was getting out of my head and actually doing what I needed to do and finding success because I did.
Welcome to the Small Business Breakthrough Series, where each week we go through and identify small businesses that support small businesses. This week we are diving into social media. And if you are like any other small business owner out there, social media is a challenge. I struggle with it myself. Even though I put out a ton of content, I still struggle every day with how to get that social media strategy the right way because things are ever changing. And so today, we have brought on a social media management company, Wendy Pace with Pace Setting Media, and she's the social media manager and founder of the company. Wendy, welcome to the Small Business Breakthrough Series.
Thanks for having me.
Wendy, can you give us a snapshot of what your business is and what major outcomes you get for your clients?
Okay, so Pace Setting Media is a social media management company, but we do way more than just that. We not only create content and curate content for our clients, but we manage their Facebook Messenger, we stay on top of their page, we make sure that their reputation online is being managed and looked after. And so we're kind of like the safety net for the small to medium sized business that has too many hats to wear and not enough people in the office to help them wear all those hats.
It's really interesting because since social media management is so critical if you want to get into social media, because, and a lot of people are afraid to do it. It's one of those things that they're like, well, I don't need to. But I think in this day and age, if you want to get in front of an audience and you want, even if it's a local audience, social media is definitely a good play. Can you describe who your services work best for?
So the medium to small size company that might have a lot of their audience online, right? They're looking at their products, they're visiting their website, or maybe they're not getting a lot of traffic to their website because they're not putting the content out. So social media marketing really helps those small businesses that are looking to rank well in Google search. And one of the criteria for Google to rank you well is to actually be putting out content consistently and accurately. So we help that small business with content that is pertinent to the person that's looking for them, right? Our whole goal is to make you the answer to the question that somebody's Googling on in your industry. So by creating content that answers those questions, not just the obvious questions, but the not so obvious questions, we help you with your content online and let Google index you. So it not only supports your SEO, which a lot of small businesses pay a lot of money for, but we also help your rankings in Google beyond just your SEO and your keywords.
Oh, that is something I didn't even realize that Google actually is incorporating social media presence into the ranking strategies. So learn something new today. That's amazing. What would you say sets your business or approach apart from others in your space?
So we take the approach that we are now your marketing team. We're on your team. We're not just something that you've outsourced. I have conversations with owners all the time being, what are you looking for? What can I help you reach? What's the audience you're looking to connect with? A lot of times business owners don't even give that thought as to who their audience is. And they just, well, I just put up a Facebook page. That should do it. Well, yeah, 6 years ago, yes. But today, because of algorithms, which we all love, that are changing constantly, you have to know who your audience is, and you have to put those parameters into the behind the scenes of your Facebook business page or your LinkedIn business page so that you're being delivered to the people who actually are looking for your service.
Yeah, that's a critical element on that last statement there. People who are actually looking for your service and to be able to know whether or not those are getting there. And that's what actually will get you as the client or as the customer of a social media management, which will get you, the small business owner, more success. If you've ever opened your laptop ready to grow your business and 2 hours later closed it, realizing you've gotten nothing done, but you've researched office chairs, you've ordered lunch, and you've planned out the next 3 dinners, all the things that you wouldn't typically do to work on your business. Yeah, I've done that too. I'm Jason Pond. I'm the host of the Small Business Breakthrough Podcast, and I want you to achieve your breakthrough. But we do that through the community I built. I built the Momentum Community. The Momentum Community is a place where we meet every week. We talk about your goals, where you want to get with your business, and then we track them. And we use the Momentum dashboard to do that. We make sure you're moving forward every week, and it's accountability like you've never seen in a community forum. I want you to be part of that community. If you want to learn more about it, check out the link in the description below and enjoy the rest of the episode. What's the biggest challenge your industry faces, and how are you tackling it with your clients and partners?
A lot of people think that they can just hand it over to AI and automate it. But what they don't understand about AI is that it pulls things out of its proverbial butt and doesn't fact check, stuff that it's putting out there. It's like, yeah, that sounds good. And it just throws it to you. If you don't have somebody looking at these things and reading these things, especially for law offices and doctor offices and financial advisors, I mean, where there's a constant change and update in information, AI just goes out and grabs. So this, and I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent here, but it gets it goes out and just grabs information. It's a glorified search engine. It's not really thinking. It's not as intelligent as people think it is. And
Yes.
so you still need a human person to be looking at the content that it's putting up and make sure it's putting up accurate stuff. So one of the things we do and we pride ourselves on, because I have a team of 4 people, all with advanced degrees, all know how to do research. We check and we double check to make sure the information that we're putting out in your name is accurate and correct. So what I fight against is AI. That is the hurdle that I fight against every day.
Okay. That big challenges are there when you have evolution and everybody wants to take the easy road, and the easy road is not always the best road. How do you see the social media management industry that you're in evolving over the next 5 to 10 years?
I think you're going to see a lot less text and a lot more video. We're already moving way into video. Everything's got to move. We have the attention span of a goldfish. So if you don't catch their attention right away, and that usually happens more with some kind of movement or video than it does with long text. Those long social media posts, everybody scrolls right by those. They're like, no, I ain't reading that. So you've got to grab attention immediately. And unfortunately, or fortunately for the videographer, that means more video content is going to be key.
Yeah, and even those that are listening that haven't paid attention, even LinkedIn has just recently started to add video and sections into their feeds, and that's all brand new, still evolving, and we don't even know where that's going to end up in the next 5 years for sure. Okay, how about we shake things up a little bit and go for the lightning round? You ready?
Oh boy. Okay.
They're not too hard of questions, but they're fun. Coffee or tea?
Coffee all day
Coffee.
long.
Yes. I'm out of coffee at the moment, and this is a problem. We're good. Right after we get off this, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Dogs. Excellent. This one might be a little bit tricky, but we'll see how you go. If you could grab only one weapon or item during a zombie apocalypse, what would it be?
Um, some kind of automatic weapon because I've got to take out as many zombies at a time. You got to take out as many zombies as
There you
possible, right?
go. Automatic weapons definitely can help with it. Okay, how about a favorite quote or phrase that you think about often?
Robert Frost, path less taken.
Excellent. Favorite movie or streaming series that you love?
Oh gosh, that's so hard because it depends on the season, right? So, Game
Well,
of Thrones.
we're in fall season now. It's Halloween, so we can go with
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. So, I would say most fantasy, so Game of Thrones, though, will not touch Ring of Power. That is, don't get me started. Purist, Tolkien, literature is everything, and they have just destroyed that. So I've said what I said.
Okay. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. Like that doesn't mean we all have to agree with it. So, and I'm not throwing my hat in that ring at all because I don't pay attention to hardly any of it. The one book that has influenced your life the most.
Oh, that's hard because there's a number of them. There's, from elementary school, Dear God Is Me, Margaret. I lived on Judy Blume, but then I'm looking at my bookshelf right now. Um, oh my gosh, that's such a hard. That's so hard. Um, I know why the cage birds sing.
Okay,
Angelou. Yeah.
very good. And then what is the biggest obstacle that you have ever had to overcome, and what lesson did you learn from it?
My own insecurities when I started the business. I came from corporate marketing and starting a business. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I never knew it was going to be this until it fell in my lap. And so I would say the biggest hurdle was getting out of my head and actually doing what I needed to do and finding success because I did.
That is a very powerful statement for all of you small business owners out there, especially the ones that are struggling. Entrepreneurship is not an easy road. It is definitely the more challenging of it. It is, however, substantially more fulfilling when you reach those successes. But hiring a social media management company could be that help that you might need. So, Wendy, how do people get a hold of you? What's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
Hit me up on my email, wendy@pacesettingmedia.com, or dropping me a message on LinkedIn.
You heard it here. So either email or LinkedIn, and all of that information will be inside the show notes. Hey, Wendy, it has been a great interview today, and it's been so happy to have you on the show. We learned a lot about social media management and how it benefits the small business owner. Until next time.